After the 101st Cold War, my wife, who has never cooked, made an exception. Prepared a candlelight dinner for me. To get a fake divorce from me. In order to get a license with her first lover. To humiliate his ex-wife. My wife told me hypocritically. He suffered many injustices. I was just helping him. We remarried immediately after the play. How about another child? I promised her unexpectedly. So my wife happily served me dinner. Repeatedly praised my wisdom and generosity. But she didn't know. I have been waiting for this moment silently for a long time. Start of text. Like to remember to order a subscription. At the dinner table. My wife Sophia handed me a divorce agreement. Her deep eyes stared at me for a long time. Just speak slowly. I need to help David fight back against his ex-wife. So let's get a temporary divorce. After. Her voice did not fall. I took the divorce agreement. Signed my name without looking at it. At the same time, he opened a bottle of red wine as if nothing had happened. See my so bland reaction. Sophia raised her eyebrows and said in surprise. You don't feel jealous. I filled a glass of wine for myself. Leisurely tasting. I don't care. Why envy? This opportunity for revenge should have come early. Furthermore, Sophia firmly believes that I will agree to remarry. To reassure me. She even put all her property under my name. However, on weekdays, she is extremely stingy with me. We've been married for 7 years. I only have $500 in pocket money a month. But have to undertake the hardest and most tiring work. Her generosity today. Just to get a divorce. To marry her first love, David. Support him. Just last month. I'm sick. Be short of money. I want to advance $1,000 to her as medical expenses. She didn't ask me about my health. Instead, he scolded me face to face. $1,000 is your expense for 2 months. Are you out there with another woman? I'm telling you, James. Every penny is hard-earned. Save me some flowers. Then. I just thought she was used to frugality. So reluctant to spend. However. Just 2 days ago. It was like holding a grand celebration. A welcome banquet was held for David's return. She waved her arms with pleasure. Generously gave him $10 million in pocket money. My colleagues know nothing about our relationship. They commented jokingly that the rich second generation is really a big hand in pursuing a partner. But they don't understand. Sophia actually came from an ordinary family. The tuition fees in my college days were all made up by me through hard work. Everything she has now. It is the result of our joint efforts. However. But she used our common wealth to pursue those beautiful little white faces. Fortunately. All the hardships are over. With this money. I can also relax completely. Enjoy life. Sophia doesn't know what I'm thinking. So easy to get the divorce agreement. She felt very happy. Even offered to take a bite of spinach for me. I remember your favorite spinach. I learned it specially for you. I glanced at her wordlessly. What do you like best? I am allergic to spinach. Doesn't she know that? She cooked spinach for me the first time she cooked. I was full of her at that time. In order not to disappoint her. I barely ate it. But after eating. I have urticaria all over my body. Even serious enough to cause gastrointestinal bleeding. Then. She's also guilty. Accompanied me in the hospital for several days. But now. She just remembers that David likes to eat. Completely forgot the fact that I was allergic to spinach. See, I haven't moved chopsticks yet. Sophia is trying to urge. The doorbell rang suddenly. She immediately put everything behind her. Go and open the door cheerfully. David, come on in. Just like at home. David is dressed in casual clothes. Came in with dessert in hand. James is here, too. If I had known, I would have brought an extra gift. I just nodded. No words. No wonder there are so many dishes I can't eat. So this candlelight dinner was not prepared for me at all. What gift does he want for a big man? Show me what you brought. They stand close together. Sophia almost stuck it on. In front of me. Sophia, who always puts on a high and cold posture. At the moment, it is like a girl falling in love. She spat out her tongue at him coyly. You. As before. He's a bold man. David looks at Sophia with doting eyes. Then wanted to touch her hair. But after seeing my presence in the corner of my eye, the action stopped abruptly. Wow. This is my favorite cream cake. Sophia scooped it into the mouth. Joy is beyond expression. Seems to jump up at any moment. I couldn't help shaking my head and laughing. Once upon a time. I once bought the same cake. Not only failed to win her a smile. Instead, she scolded her. My blood sugar is high. Don't you know? Buy me cream cake. You mean to hurt me? Or are you planning to take my property? However, now it's David's gift. Her blood sugar seems to have returned to normal. Indeed. This is a gift from her lover. How can we compare with others? Sophia had a relationship with David. They are talented and beautiful. Enviable. But then, due to the strong opposition of both parents, David had to leave her. Go abroad. I fell in love with Sophia silently for 3 years. Pay her tuition in silence. I brought her a steaming hamburger in the morning. Night followed. Guarding her part-time career. From beginning to end. There has never been any communication between us. Until the night they broke up. Sophia was drunk and unconscious. I'll take her home. She suddenly shook my hand and said, James, will you marry me? I swear. I will forget him. From now on, I only belong to you. I stared into her starlit eyes. As if I saw my whole world. At that moment, there are only 3 words left in my mind. I will. I thought. The long wait finally ushered in the spring. I married her in. Join hands with her from scratch. Help her ascend to the throne of powerful woman. To this end, I gave up my shares. Gave up money. I didn't even have a place outside. However, no matter how much I pay, in the end, David's finger is not even worth it. 10 years of silent waiting. Like the hourglass of time. Quietly passing away my enthusiasm. I put spinach aside quietly. As if it were no longer a delicacy on the table. Sophia caught my subtle movements. Mistakenly thinking I was jealous. She rarely spoke to comfort me. James. You don't have to worry. After we help David, we immediately restore the bond of marriage. I didn't respond. Because I know. That bond has long since broken. It can no longer be repaired. Sophia was smiling brightly all the time. Serving food for David. About their happy old days. But I didn't notice my untouched meal. On the occasion of farewell to David, Sophia put on a bright red dress. Turn around and say to me with a smile. Temporary emergency work. I need to stay up all night. Go to bed early at night. Don't wait for me. She didn't wait for my answer. He left with David talking and laughing. I cooked a bowl of noodles for myself again. Simple solution after dinner. Then he lay in bed. I just picked up my cell phone. I received a video from David. In video, Sophia played with him in the game hall. A smile is as bright as a blooming flower. When we first met, also planned to take her to the game hall. However, she thought I was too naive. It's better to spend more time working overtime to make money. So I made money for her day and night. But I overheard her and her friends complaining about my boredom. After careful consideration, I finally understand. This may be the watershed between love and non-love. David continues to send videos and photos of their happy hour. And I didn't reply. Just a short video. Gradually fell asleep. The next morning, I arrived as promised. He was deliberately half an hour late. Because Sophia always likes to be late. No matter how important the appointment with me is. She is always about an hour late. But this time, I just arrived. I found that Sophia had been waiting there for a long time. She dresses up. A twinkling smile in David's eyes. It's a light we've never seen on our honeymoon. She is in a particularly cheerful mood today. I used to be a minute late. She would also blame me for not having a sense of time. Today, I was 30 minutes late. She rushed towards me like a spring breeze. Smiling, holding my arm and walking into. Ask me gently. Whether breakfast has been enjoyed. I brought pizza. I stared at the lonely, cooled pizza in the bag. Knowing that this is David's leftovers. I waved back. Go straight to divorce. She glanced at me in surprise. A cold hum. Put pizza in the trash can mercilessly. In the process of divorce. I always keep calm and indifferent. This scene has been rehearsed countless times in my heart. We just got divorced. They hurried to get their marriage certificate. When you divorce me. Sophia seemed impatient. Perfunctory attitude. When you get the license with David. She was smiling all the time. Joy is beyond expression. David showed off in front of me with his marriage certificate. Put his arm around Sophia's shoulder and said to me, James, don't worry. I will take good care of Sophia during this time. I hold the divorce certificate tightly. Not a word. I have booked a ticket to return to my hometown. Sophia seems a little stunned. Thought I was sulking. He softened his tone and said to me, "Sorry, James. I had an appointment to accompany you back home. But I just have to go on a business trip. I can't be with you anymore." I responded coldly. "We have nothing to do. You don't have to explain so much to me." Sophia was stunned for a moment. She pinched her fingers. With a rare look of impatience, he wanted to explain to me. "My business trip is just a scenic spot. What specialty do you want? I'll bring it back for you." I shook my head. Walk right past her. I went to the company to handle the resignation procedures first. Then he pulled the suitcase back to his hometown. Sweep the grave for parents. Married Sophia for 7 years. Every time she goes to the countryside, she always has an excuse. This time is no exception. I simply repaired the weeds. Presented them with flowers. Talked about my recent situation. It was already dark. My cell phone keeps ringing. I don't have time to check until I'm finished. My colleagues were shocked at the news of my resignation. Like a bolt from the blue. Send condolences one after another. In addition, David is like a postman of information. Sent a lot of videos and photos. The two claim to be on business. But like a runaway wild horse. Play around all day. Still wearing lover's clothes. Look at the scenes in the video. I feel like I am in a dream. Sophia once said. Street snacks are as dirty as dust. So he refused to accompany me to the night market. But now. She took David's hand. Walk into the smoke-filled alley. Enjoy the barbecue with him. They watched the sea together. Witnessed the sunrise and sunset together. Doing what I once begged. The romance she didn't want to complete with me. David's circle of friends. Like a display window. Showing their group photos. Essay. Recall the taste of youth. Sophia's circle of friends followed. It's just that the photos released are all landscape photos. Essay. Just as good. I couldn't help laughing. Feel a little speechless. Sophia may not know that David has already volunteered to add my WeChat. She's still here, trying to avoid me, playing charades. I silently across the screen. Ignore. After a few days rest in my hometown. I came home again. Sophia gave me the house. I live in it calmly. At the same time, he began to study the media industry. Ready to sail again. Start the entrepreneurial journey. While I was conducting market research, Robert, a former colleague, could not help sending a series of complaints. Today Sophia came back with her assistant David. First day back. David mistyped the name of Party A. And the $50 million cooperation has collapsed. This is not the most irritating. Sophia defended him in front of everyone. Claiming it was a mistake. The biggest problem is that I didn't check the name carefully when I got the information. Then Sophia severely criticized me for half an hour. Let me pack up and leave. I replied with a speechless expression. Recall the initial stage of the company. For a project. I stayed up 2 nights in a row. Just too tired. The attitude was flat when explaining. She blames me for not being enthusiastic. Cause order loss. Under the gaze of all employees. She humiliated me without mercy. Seriously emphasizing that there is no trivial matter at work. Any mistake is an unforgivable mistake. However, now her preference for David is extreme. If in the past, I will persuade Sophia to dismiss David for the benefit of the company. But now, I choose to go with her. Think of this. Without hesitation, I extended a hand of friendship to Robert. He was excited for a while. Chattering away his troubles to me. Let me know a lot. As soon as I leave. Sophia immediately handed over my upcoming project to David. Where does David know management? For his own gain. Bought inferior materials at the expense of a lot of money. Go on like this. Sooner or later, something big will happen. Fortunately, I got out in time. It's ridiculous. She worked for the smooth development of the company. Even her own sister was dismissed for lack of professional ability. Now, David, who is incompetent. Wanton destruction of the company we have worked hard to build. This is true love. For him. Sophia can throw away all the bottom lines. But this company. She's not alone. I have also devoted 7 years of effort. I picked up my mobile phone and reported to the relevant departments. After completing a series of cumbersome processes, I am getting ready to rest. Sophia pushed the door in as if nothing had happened. She handed me a gift box. There are several peculiar shaped shells inside. It emits a faint sea smell. Sophia winked at me. Said to me with a smile. There is a beach nearby. I went to pick up some shells. Do you like this gift? I glanced at it casually. I am familiar with the shapes of these shells. David sent me a video. They happily picked up shells on the beach. Sophia will ask him if he looks good every time she finds one. He said it was nice. Sophia kept it carefully. Picked up some ugly ones. David told her to throw it away. Sophia waved her hand. Indicates indifference to Tao. What a pity. I brought it home to James. I picked it up myself. It also seems quite attentive. And it costs almost nothing. David deliberately raised the volume and said, "Is this really appropriate? He's your husband after all." Sophia hangs her head. Continue to dig on the beach. No kidding. You don't know. I married him because I had no choice. I don't love him. Her light words have been echoing in my mind. Staring at this again, it seems that there is only my Sophia in my eyes. I just felt a bout of nausea. I pushed the gift away from her. Sophia was stunned. As if I remembered something. Suddenly came forward and hugged my waist. Speak softly to me. Do you miss your parents again? Their death was an accident. You don't have to be burdened. At least I'm by your side. I'm tired. I broke free. Lie in bed. Sophia deadlocked for a moment. And then went to bed. Lie down on me and say, "James, let's have a baby. You have offspring. Parents can feel at ease under the 9 springs." I pushed her away indifferently. I've always wanted to have a child. The second year of marriage. I accidentally found the pregnancy test stick she left in the bathroom. Got the news that she was pregnant. I waited with joy for her to come home and share the good news with me. But what I am waiting for is a certificate of termination of pregnancy. I thought it was an accident. Asked carefully why. She yelled at me angrily. "You are relaxed. You can wait for a child without paying anything. But how harmful it is for me to have a baby. It is also the rising period of my career. You just want to tie me down with children. Let me become a yellow-faced woman at home." At that time, I was still silly about her hardships as a woman. Patiently take care of her through the recovery period. I serve tea and pour water. Take good care of her. Later I learned. She did think about keeping the baby when she was pregnant. But David's return changed everything. Sophia mistook David for saving her marriage. So without hesitation, she strangled the unborn life in the cradle. Nowadays, she longed for a child. But my heart has no such desire. See me with my back to her. Sophia's face was full of amazement and said to me, "Don't you always want to have a child? I feel very tired." Sophia sighed. The tone became soft and said to me, "You've never been like this before. Always impatient." In her words. Her thin, white hand slipped slowly. I suddenly grabbed her hand. "Roll up. I'm going to the guest room." Sophia's eyes stared like copper bells. She shrieked. "James. You once said, whatever I do, you'll forgive me. What are you crazy about now? I offered to step you down. Don't be blind." I didn't respond to her. Just put on your slippers and walked out the door. Soon a pillow hit my back like an angry bird. Then came Sophia's roar. "You don't touch me. Some people want me." My steps never stop. Closed the door and locked it. Sophia is wandering outside my door. She called David directly. He also turned on the hands-free. "Speak out. David. I'll stay at your house tonight." I know she told me on purpose. But so what? I just cover the quilt. Immersed in sweet dreams. Sophia slammed the door angrily and left. Didn't return all night. If I had been in the past, I would have chased out with worry. But now I don't care. I even want to replace the door lock as soon as possible. Are divorced. She always runs to her husband's house. It's hard to understand. Sophia came back angrily the next morning. Her eyes were red and swollen. Staring at me with endless grievances and saying, "James, why didn't you come to me when we were getting divorced? You always buy flowers to coax me. What the hell is wrong with you now? Did you promise to love me forever? Is it gone with the wind?" I was speechless. She was the culprit of the betrayal. Why does it all seem that I am the culprit? I was about to speak up. The doorbell rang suddenly. Like an uninvited guest knocking at the door. Sophia frowned. Asked doubtfully. In the early morning. Who could it be? I smiled and said mysteriously, "The VIP I invited has arrived." Sophia heard it was a VIP. Momentarily stunned. Then it seemed that something came to mind. The haze on his face was swept away. Smiling coquettishly. We've been married for years. You still love this little trick. You didn't know to tell me in advance. I didn't dress up today. See your friends like this. What a shame. She smiled shyly. All anger is gone. Straightened the skirt and makeup in front of the mirror. Ran happily to open the door. When the door opens, several policemen stood outside the door. Expressionless face. Sophia. You are suspected of economic crime. Please follow us. Sophia's smile solidified on her face. Step back subconsciously. Police. Have you got something wrong? I walked out of the house. Calmly explained to Sophia. No mistake. I called the police. Sophia looked at me in shock. James. Are you crazy? Whether I am crazy has nothing to do with you. You'd better confess your crime to the police. I waved my hand gently. The police took Sophia. Her eyes were filled with resentment towards me when she left. But I won't indulge her anymore. In the afternoon, the workers were called to replace the lock. Never let her break in late at night again. During her investigation, I finally enjoyed a moment of peace. However, the results of the investigation soon came to light. David, for personal gain. Collude with partners before taking over the project. Earned the difference. 46 points. But all this was done under the guise of Sophia. An investigation later confirmed that Sophia knew nothing about it. David was taken away for investigation. And once Sophia is released, the first thing is to call me. James. You really stand out. Good at skill. Even revenge after jealousy has become so unique. I have mixed feelings in my heart for those who cut corners on residential buildings. In the event of an accident, it's a matter of human life. But in her words, it seems that this important matter is just for my temporary anger. Trouble deliberately created. She is also a person who came out of poverty. When did you become so callous? Maybe I never really knew her. Sophia's proud voice sounded again. As long as you are willing to help, take the initiative to admit that this is your mistake. When I called the police and arrested you, I will let bygones be bygones. That's ridiculous. That's a prison sentence. What's more, I've never done it before. Why take the blame for others? I've been silent. Sophia seems to be on her side. Speaking impatiently. Why don't you talk? Did you become mute? I'm only giving you one last chance. Admit the mistake this time. I will remarry you at once. Why does she still think that? I am eager to remarry. I smiled a little ruefully. He shook his head and said, that's not necessary. We separate. Live the rest of your life. Sophia looked stunned. You're not getting married again. Yes. I answered calmly. Yonder. Sophia was silent for a moment. Then a cold snort. David is right. Men get stoned when they have money. He warned me not to give you the money. I did not listen. Stupid enough to trust you. Did not expect. 7 years. A man's heart is eventually becoming fast. She hurt me so much. Am I not allowed to let go? Still less. I just didn't agree to take the fall for her sweetheart. It's what she calls betrayal. This is ridiculous. True. We men do change our minds. Not as much as you always loved David. I hung up the phone. Sophia didn't call back. I thought she recoiled from shame. However, I haven't had a moment's peace yet. My picture has been all over the internet. The company invited the press. I'm responsible for spreading rumors about corners being cut in the neighborhood. I even made up the lie that I wanted David to take the fall. I didn't expect it either. Before I embarked on the road of self-media, my name is already ringing in the ears. Merely, it was done in a disgraceful way. The press is chasing the latest news like hounds. Surround my apartment. Facing the cameras surrounding me. I gently pulled down the curtain. Just then, Sophia's call came in like a timely rain. You can hear it in her voice. She's in a good mood. How's that? Now you know it's wrong. It suddenly dawned on me. Original statement issued by the company. It was written by her. To protect the man in her heart. I can't believe she went so far as to accuse me. Has she forgotten that David was the one who abandoned her? How did I help her? For her. She doesn't remember it at all. What a white-eyed wolf without a conscience. But Sophia didn't know that. I have solid evidence in my hands. That's when a tip-off was made. So I didn't hesitate to go public with the evidence. It proved that David was greedy for money. Knowingly buying inferior products. The quality is not up to standard. And all this is the result of Sophia's indulgence. Housing security concerns people's lives. The topic quickly aroused wide public concern. Thousands of people flocked to Sophia and David's social media accounts. Launched an attack. Sophia is nominally the president. But the real decision-making power is in the hands of shareholders. The public outrage was too great. In addition, many colleagues reported Sophia. By unanimous decision of the board of directors, Sophia was removed from her position. This gradually calmed public anger. Sophia came to me in a rage. I didn't let her in. She forced her way in. Yell at me. Now we're both in trouble. Is that what you want? I didn't answer. I just poured myself a glass of water. Drink quietly. She looked discomfited. And I'm writing the wave of news. Quickly cultivated my social media profile. Why are you alienating me? Sophia asked. I still didn't respond. She pondered for a moment. Tone down. Begin to explain. I understand that you're angry that I put you in the crosshair. But don't read too much into it. My intention is to let you find the warmth that once relied on me. My feelings for you are genuine. Never meant to hurt you. I chuckled a few times. He did not respond. All she has done to me is extreme control and exploitation. I was limited to a subsistence economy. I could not afford to buy even a slightly expensive piece of clothing. Her attitude toward David was quite different. It's not just about money. In life, standards are relaxed again and again. Unlimited tolerance for his behavior. She has the nerve to call it love to me now. Even the most loyal of dogs. I wouldn't believe a lie like that. There was another death-like silence. After a long time. Sophia is sitting on the sofa. Sigh. David was actually very unlucky. He was forced to go abroad by his parents. Then his parents forced him to marry a woman he didn't love. That woman kept him down. Led him to achieve nothing. He's not really greedy. He just wanted to make something of himself. I just accidentally broke the law. Your life is so much happier than his. Didn't you just spend a few years in prison? And I won't abandon you when I get out. My eyes grew colder. This is against the law. In her eyes. What David did was justified. He is innocent. Is worthy of sympathy. In that way. Sophia can help him if she wants to. I will never be that stupid person. Sophia clasped my hand. And he looked at me with those soulful eyes. But I will always love you. Accompany you forever. That's what she did to keep me tied down. And now she's trying to force me into submission in the same way. Did she really think I was still that gullible teenager? I wrestled away from her hand. She said to Sophia in a cold voice. Such love. I don't care. I don't want to own it. Sophia didn't expect me to be so determined. Because up until now, I was pretty much at her beck and call. If you keep talking, I get really angry. Leave you alone. I reached out and pushed her out the door. This is my home. I don't welcome you. She's like a stubborn rock. He would not leave. And I pushed it out the door with irresistible force. Sophia stomped anxiously at the door. As if beating the drums of fate. James. Don't you regret it? Regret? Don't. I'd rather never have met her. It's like avoiding a storm. Sophia is an unyielding warrior. Stand by the door. From time to time, she brought her own cooking. My new porridge. You want to try it? Her voice was like a spell of seduction. She stood guard at my door. And I stayed away silently. It's like running away from an endless war. Sophia stomps her foot angrily. It was as if the earth trembled under her anger. Didn't you always say you wanted to eat it? Now I'm doing it for you. Why are you still so picky? I turned and answered her with silent eyes. Like a cold winter gazing at a dying flower. You said it was then. Our story is over. Sophia's eyes burst into tears. Her lips pout slightly. With a hint of grievance. We're divorced in name only. You said you'd do it. I was in her way. As if bound by the chains of fate. I can only explain it to Sophia. I just signed the divorce papers. Agreed to break up. But I never promised to get back together with you. After all. Always be pestered. Like an endless mine. Not the life I want. Sophia asked me, puzzled. Why? Don't you know everything about me and David? My story with him is over. It's just a favor. Why should you be so persistent? All over again. She's unreasonable. Like dust in the wind. It's incomprehensible. I walked away. Sophia's voice echoed behind her. She vowed not to give up. But whether she gives up or not, the fire in my heart has died out. I browsed the tourist attractions all over the world on the internet. I decided to give myself a break. Luckily, Sophia has her hands full with David's case. No time to sit on my doorstep every day. So I ran away for good. Booked a plane ticket. Flights to attractions. Enjoy freedom. Sophia used to have a tight grip on my wallet. I can barely afford to buy cigarettes. Now I have a lot of money to throw around. Enjoy life. And Sophia waited at my door for a long time. But there was no sign of me. That's when the anxiety really starts. She sent me a lot of messages. Made a lot of phone calls. I am like the valley of silence. Not a single response. I carry my bags. Travel like an explorer. On the stormy sea. I'm focused on recording a video. Crafting my social media accounts. When I turn around, Sophia appeared to me like a mirage. She wore the dress I gave her. Bouquet of flowers. He said, gazing at me with tender and affectionate eyes. James. I want to be married to you. Will you marry me? That moment. I was transported back in time to the scene where I proposed 7 years ago. It's just that our roles seemed to be reversed. I held up the ring with great excitement. And her face was blank. Even feel ashamed. Sophia responded quickly. Yes, I do. Just put the ring on. So many people watching. It's a disgrace. I thought she was just shy. But she meant what she said. She thinks my presence shames her. On one occasion, I stumbled on what she wanted when she was 22. What she longed for was for David to propose to her in front of everyone. What she craves. It's not me. But now. I've had so many dreams and dreams come true. I couldn't feel joy. People all around were heckling. Thought they were about to witness a beautiful love story. However, what I have with her. It's always been my one-sided obsession. This time, I stood aloof in the crowd. The only difference is I didn't take the ring. Sophia looked at me with a hint of disappointment and said to me flatly. If it's David you're worried about, well, you don't have to. I'm totally done with him. And I'm not gonna protect him anymore. If we can get back together. She looked at me with expectant eyes. I wish I could be like I was 7 years ago. Be her strongest pillar of support. But I am no longer that innocent teenager. Still less. Can Sophia really be cut off? She has said so in the past. But every time David shows up, she'll lose her mind completely. Don't care about anything. Such a person is not worth my nostalgia and pay. There is no need for us to remarry. I turned and walked away. Sophia was struck by thunder. She hurried to catch up. The people around are like a flock of chirping sparrows. Talk about. I have no idea what's going on. Why on earth are you so angry? Can you be honest with me? Find a solution together. If the divorce is upsetting you, I would like to explain it to you again. Perhaps. I'll do what I can to make it up to you. Don't you wish you had a child? You've mentioned it countless times. I stopped walking. Turned and stared at her. I said to Sophia angrily. Enough. Do you really not understand the problem? You never really loved me. Choose me. Just seeing me as a candidate. For his false promise. You gave up on our baby. What you give me is always the residue that you despise. In 7 years I've never seen you show me any kindness. Why are you so sure I'll get back together with you? Sophia was struck dumb by my question. It's like I'm just starting to think. But it was too late. I stride forward. Sophia clenched her teeth. Right behind me. She exclaimed. You paid attention to me for 3 years. To finally win my heart. And I can get back the person you used to be. I ignore it. Just keep your head down and focus on your phone. Shooting material. Sophia followed. Burst out. We agreed to accompany you to your hometown. But it never happened. Maybe we should go now. And meet your parents. My hand paused involuntarily. Sophia. There's really no need. My parents wouldn't want to see you either. Sophia's body froze. After a long time. She sighed. Let's go to the market and buy your favorite spinach. I'll make it for you tonight. Okay. I turned to look at her. I'm allergic to spinach. You really forgot. Still too much love for David. Seems to recall something. Her face suddenly changed. No wonder. The candlelit dinner. You didn't eat anything. She prepared a table full of food that I couldn't eat. What do you expect me to eat? Sophia clenched her lower lip. I will always be by your side. I was silent. This place is a popular tourist spot. And I can't deport her. Let her be. Soon after. Her cell phone rang. It was David's lawyer on the phone. Said David was asking her for help. Sophia immediately became nervous. On the other end, David said miserably, "I will always be with you. Please help me again." Sophia looked at me. Want to speak but stop. Sophia opened her mouth. See me turn away without hesitation. She seemed to have made up her mind. "David, you abandoned me once. I won't choose you again. You broke the law. And implicated me. You do what you have to do." Sophia hung up the phone. And showed me the phone. "James. I really disowned him. I'll never listen to him again." She clasped my hand. The sea breeze stirred her hair. "Excuse me. I was the one who lost my way. You once said you wanted to climb mountains. Watch the sunrise and sunset. We're all free now. I'll go with you. But I don't want to see Sophia again. Every time I see her, it reminds me of 7 years of repression. It was countless times that I carefully prepared meals waiting for her arrival. She secretly chatted with David. It's when she has something. Always share with him. It was Sophia who could never put her mind on me. In the process of uncovering all of this, I have decided to leave. But Sophia seems to be in denial. Still in pursuit. I think it's time to get away from all this. So I said yes. Sophia smiled happily. Her eyes were instantly rosy. "I'll keep your preferences in mind. And then prepare it all for you." We made an appointment. Sophia was excited to inquire about my preferences. Ready to surprise me. And I've booked a flight abroad. Night. I saw the pictures she shared on her Moments. Don't know when. She secretly took a picture of us together. Post on Moments. Caption. Try cooking for my partner. I hope it's to his taste. These words are like a stone thrown into a calm lake. It made a lot of ripples. Colleagues began to whisper. Robert sent me a personal message in a rush. No way. James. You're the CEO's partner. Hidden so deep. No wonder you chose to leave. To enjoy life. I corrected him with a smile. Is an ex-partner. They chirped like a flock of birds. His words were full of envy. The title I've been waiting for 7 years. Until this moment she was not willing to give. But I don't care anymore. What kind of gift would you like? Sophia sent a video. She wandered around the mall. The camera captures all those expensive luxuries. Whatever you want. I'll buy them for you. What you've been through these past 7 years. I'll make it up to you. Do not want to respond. But I couldn't resist her nagging. So I casually pointed to a tie. Sophia sends a voice message in her delicate voice. Tomorrow in front of the hotel. I'll tie it for you myself. I casually agreed. I've already packed my bags, actually. Early the next morning. Sophia is wearing a dress. Carrying a large bag of goods. With elaborate makeup on her face. Waiting for me to come. By then I was on a flight to a foreign land. Sophia sent me a lot of messages. I didn't even get it. Until the moment the plane landed. News gushed out like a spring. I'm here. It's been half an hour. Where are you? It doesn't matter. I know you're probably stuck in a traffic jam. I don't blame you. It's been 3 hours. I hope you're not in trouble. James. Where are you? Then came a series of phone calls from Sophia. I didn't respond to that. Upon arrival at the hotel, I finished washing up. Lost in a deep sleep. The phone rang suddenly. Instinctively, I pressed answer. Sophia's voice, full of grievance, broke out. It directly dispels my sleepiness. James. We agreed to climb the mountain. Why didn't you keep your promise? Did you ever know? I am like an inanimate sculpture. Standing in front of the hotel. Waiting for you for 5 hours. Till my legs feel numb. Her angry words reached her ears. I responded dismissively. You deserve it. Once upon a time. We agreed to climb the mountain together. Full of joy, I ran to the top of the mountain. Set up the tent. Spend the night with mosquitoes. But never wait for her figure. When I returned home, she made no mention of her absence. Instead, he blamed me for not preparing breakfast. Until later. I just learned. That night she was with David, who was divorced. Drunk on alcohol. Leave our agreement behind. Present day. 5 hours waiting at the hotel. Kind of payback for that long wait. Sophia was silent. Tears rolled in his eyes. She said in a tone of grievance. Excuse me. I know now how you must have felt waiting. I really didn't mean to do it. No matter where you are. I would have traveled across mountains and rivers to find you. Please be patient with me. After the call. I'm blocking all of Sophia's contacts. I have a vision of an infinitely better future. I don't want to be on her anymore. Wasting my precious youth.